So welcome to this evening. So it's evening here in central France. It may not be evening where you are, but wherever you are, thank you so much for coming along. And if this is the first time that you have been along to one of these collective channeled sessions, I'm Cat Knott, and I channel a collective called what I've actually sort of lovingly called the Crew over the years. Now, the Crew did originally come through as individual identities, but over the years, what has happened is as I have allowed more and more of the communication and trusted more and more, they have merged and they have gathered into a collective intelligence, a collective wisdom, collective consciousness that I allow to speak through me in one-to-one sessions or doing live events like this, but they very rarely actually ask me to do a live event. So the first time that they asked me to do anything live and public was just before COVID hit. Before we knew that COVID was going to hit, and that was the first time that I did some series of audio recordings. And then I think it was August 2023, they asked me to put together the Sanctuary sessions. And so this is the first in a new series that I've been encouraged gently by the Crew to call together, to bring together a collective of all of us that are the light. Now, we hear that bandied around quite a lot, but the truth of this is, if you're here on this call tonight, no matter whether you're watching it back on YouTube or you're live here, you are part of a network of millions of us that are here right now to come together to hold the space for the expansion and the changing of the blueprint of what it means to be human and what it means to be alive in this time. So we are all incredibly powerful beings. And more and more and more, as we're seeing the world turning, we're recognizing just what an incredible contribution that we can make as individuals, but as part of this collective, how each one of us networked together, seeing the world differently, approaching the world differently, allowing ourselves to be different in the world is elevating and it is changing this world that's all around us. Now, the Crew will go further into this later on. They will be presenting us with some concepts that, if they're the first time you've heard them, may actually sort of melt your mind a little bit, but that's always good because we need to actually poke into the edges of what our reality is. We actually need to be challenged in our thinking and, most importantly, challenged in our energy as well. Because we go around in this world, in this bubble of what we believe we are. And what we believe we are is based upon mostly what is outside of us. Right now, what is happening is more and more of us, this collective, this connected force of millions of light bringers here, we are changing the way that we are being in the world. We are bringing light powerfully into this world, and it's coming from in us and through us and out into the world, rather than being a reflection of what the outside of us believes that we are. So this is truly a very powerful time to be alive. I am literally going to take my glasses off like Superman, and then I'm going to take some big deep breaths. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm really hoping that the Crew will hold my physical framework nice and steady, and they are going to speak through. I have no idea, apart from a title of Beyond Soul, I have no idea where we're going to go. So I have no idea how many voices will come through. I have no idea how long we're going to talk. I have no idea what the subject will be beyond that. So it's all a bit of an adventure, and hopefully we'll all have fun. So I'm going to get out of the way. How exciting. I love seeing all your faces smiling. Welcome to all of you. We are grateful. We are so grateful that all of you have decided to join into this conversation. Whether you are here live in this collective, or whether you are coming into this conversation in days or weeks or months or years, it matters not. The work that is intertwined into these conversations is beyond time. Although it is necessary for us to make an appointment in the human realm, we are speaking to you in an energy frequency. And that energy frequency is indeed beyond time, beyond space, beyond the solid, linear manifest world in which you are living. And on this community here, we are holding a space, holding a frequency, holding an energy of light itself. If you wish, you may allow yourself to start to feel that building around you. Feel yourself within this collective, within this weaving of this communication. And the energy frequency we are holding you in is one of an expanded state, far beyond the physical framework of you, far beyond the physical framework of this time, and opening a remembering within you of the light that you are, of the frequency that you are. For you are indeed a being of light. You are a being of light which has chosen to make itself manifest here for a brief moment, solidifying and focusing into manifest existence. And within each and every single cell of your being, here in this manifest world, you are light, and you are frequency, and you are tone, and you are music, and you are resonance, and you are far more than the limitation of this life that you believe yourself to be within. And we say that with truth, that you believe yourself to be in. And this is the work here now of all of you that are part of this connected collective of light here. We have spoken often that there is no coincidence to the fact that you are called to these communications. We have spoken often that there is no coincidence that you are in the life that you are in the experience that you are having in existence, in the position that you are on this planet. For you are indeed a simulation of, the easiest way we have described this is as an acupuncture point on this planet in this time, to bring your unique resonance of you, of your light, into a physical position, a resonance and tone of existence of you, and the light that you are that is beyond all of this, all made real in this moment, in this time, in this exact physical resonance of existence. That is how powerful you are and how important you are to this world in this time, to this planet in this time, to humanity in this time. And yet, our subject we wish to bring to you today is beyond time and is the language of beyond soul. But first of all, we would like to return just settling the physicality of the channel. This indeed is a collaboration. Collaboration with this channel and a collaboration with all of you. All of you have made an agreement that in this time you would come to this place and you would accept that you would always feel separate from it. You would never quite fit in. Because that is the greatest gift that you have brought to the experience of being a human in this time. Because you have never meant to fit in to the current weaving and reality loop that is humanity now. Because you are here to be outside of it. You are here to be the ones that remember the outside of, the unmade, the uncreated, the unformed. To remember that you are not this while being this, but also to remember that you are not this. And so how could you have ever felt truly, fully, entirely embodied and embedded in this physicality of being human if you were always meant to be part of this network of millions of light bringers here now that are here to move outside of it? So please allow yourself to know that your feeling of separation is a great gift to humanity now, to this planet now, to this time now. We have spoken of this before, but it is always a reminder that can bring great comfort, especially to those of you who have felt challenged by this in your existences. Where you cannot be fully embedded in humanity if you are here to bring the next level of humanity. So be kind to yourself. This is indeed the time that you were born for. And it may have been years upon years upon years of trying to find your way to enmesh fully and being disappointed. But we hope that you are not disappointed now, because this is indeed your time, and this is indeed the time for you to come fully into the power and the presence and the light of you. This is the time. In the position in this world that you are in the physical framework that you are in the experiences of life that you have had, you are networked. Millions bringing in the next version of humanity, bringing in the next frequencies of reality, bringing in the beyond thisness of existence. And that is where you can come together in collective. That is where you can feel yourself fully whole and connected in the outside of thisness, that you have always lived this life. And now you are coming to understand the power of yourself. Well, there has been a shift of frequency already. And many of you listening now, whether you are listening live, whether you are listening in a day or a week or an hour or a year or multiple years ahead, you have felt within you a shift of frequency where the power of existence and the light within you has started to recreate how you form your own reality. You are looking out upon this world and you are knowing in the depth of your being that you have more power now within you to say, this is not my reality. This is not how I wish to perpetuate this existence for humanity. And that power within you now, that knowing, that depth within you now is there because that was your purpose indeed for coming here in this lifetime now, is to hold that frequency of the outside of this, of the unformed, of the unmade, of the not this. And as part of this work, there is a requirement of an understanding that every single piece of this reality that you are living within has been created by the belief of the reality itself. A self-perpetuating loop of reality that has human beings here on this planet living within a framework and a blueprint of the limitations of what it means to be human in this time. What it means to be part of a civilization in this time, what it means to be part of a community in this time, what it means to be is a self-perpetuating loop of reality of what has already been, what already exists. And you are here as the light to hold a resonance of not that, of the new, of the outside of the unyet made. You are breaking the reality loop of existence itself. And you do not need to know how. You do not need to know the what is next. You only need to hold the remembering, the power within you that there is an outside of this. There is an unformed peace that is outside of this physical, manifest, linear world that is perpetuating itself by the belief of itself that it already is. And so this means that there is a belief system that you are a human being, that you are living on this planet, that all of the labeled things around you are what they seem to be, that you are living in a physical framework which has certain limitations, that you are living within indeed a linear framework of reality. There are many channels that will speak to you of how to create within the already is, how to weave the reality of what already is. But that is not our work. We, as the crew who speak through this channel, we are here to unlock the remembering of you that is outside of this. For when you allow yourself to know and walk on this planet in this time, remembering that you are a physical manifestation of the light of the universe itself, of the light of the divine spark of all that is made real. When you allow yourself to know that within every single cell of your being, you are light and resonance. You are as yet unmade within your very cells. You carry the unmade within you. You carry the light of divine expansion within you. And if you allow yourself to start to walk through this world with that knowing within you that you are bringing light wherever you go, that you are bringing light whatever conversation you have, that you are bringing light whatever job you do, that you are bringing light in the power of yourself, being here as you, then you are literally changing the resonance of this planet. For there are millions of you that are all walking this same path, remembering the outside of this. For in the outside of this is all the next levels of creational space that cannot come into being until the current reality looping is laid bare and witnessed and seen differently, and you are walking within it, knowing that you are not of it. We will talk more of this in more conversations to come. Do not try in your thinking mind to make sense, but just feel within the cells of your being of the truth of the light that you are. And so when we are remembering the light that you are, that is outside of this reality of existence, this reality loop that plays itself again and again and justifies itself with every single breath. When you are walking through this world and knowing that you are outside of that, as well as walking within it, you change the tonality of existence. You change the song of life itself. And knowing that all of this is within a framework of existence, that means that every single piece of it is within a framework that already exists. And that means that we must now bring to attention this framework of soul. Have you not learned within this reality loop that your soul is also held within a linear existence? Everything within the programming of the current agreement realities of this life has created an illusion that the spark of you that is witnessing itself in being as your soul is also held within a progressive, linear existence. How often have you heard the phrase that you must reincarnate to learn your next lessons? You have many lessons to learn, you must come back and try again. That you are living this life through the echoes of your previous linear expression of your soul, and you are somehow battling what has been. Do you see the limitation of what has been created around this illusion of what the spark of the divine of you, individualized, has been made to believe in this reality? How can the spark of the divine be held within a linear existence? This is an aspect of reality that must be shattered here now, must be ended here now. For the recreation of the loop of reality, where you believe that your soul must be reincarnated in a linear fashion, holds indeed that self-perpetuating belief, because that is how powerful you are, that your soul is somehow held within a linear reality. But you are a spark of light and life and the entirety of existence and all that is not yet made real, simply brought together into one individualized moment. And that must set free the belief that soul is also held within the linear reality of what already is, as belief on this time, in this planet, in this reality of what it means to be human. For humanity is moving into a state of being where the limitations of the physical body that you are living in, the limitations of what you believe you are capable as a human being, are already shifted. The next levels of blueprint of what it means to be human are already being born into place on this planet now. And that blueprint requires the removal of limitation of this reality loop for that blueprint to be the expansive state of humanity that it can be. You are moving into a reality for human beingness that is far more evolved than the human framework that you are in now, listening to these words. You only have to look around you and you will recognize some of these beings that are made real here now, that are deeply connected in an interwoven and interconnected reality of existence. They are already here, and that blueprint will change exponentially in speed because of the work that you, as part of this network of light, are making real here now. And when this network of new blueprinted humans come into this world, there will not be the same reality that you look upon now. For that blueprint of humanity will not accept within their experience of existence that which you accept now. That has been accepted as part of the reality loop of existence. And so if you can allow yourself just to ease the edges of your thinking, ease the edges of your structures of what you believe reality to be. Allow yourself to feel those edges blur a little. Know that the work that you are bringing here now is to be the light of you, is to be a resonance that remembers that you are a vast connection to all that is, held within every single cell of your being. And when this world shifts, every single experience of reality within this already created framework of reality, of this universe itself, also shifts. For when a new resonance comes into being, a new collective resonance comes into being, the planet itself is held in a different resonance, and that resonance goes out and interplays differently with the universe around it. And you will find more and more that as you move in this new version of reality, because you will feel far more in your existence than you have ever felt before. You will feel a sensitivity to this world that you have never felt before. The more that you walk within these higher resonances, these more fine-tuned versions of yourselves, you will witness the world differently. You will start to see energy differently. You will start to feel the connectedness to this world differently. More and more intensity will come into your life. And that is because the light of you is given permission to be a navigation point. Whereas the outside of you, the external version of you, has been a navigation point for humans until now. Now you are walking in a new reality where the light within you is becoming a navigation point. And as you allow that light within you to be the navigation point, you are walking in this world with a new version of separation from it. But this time an empowered separation from it. You are witnessing the world and you are knowing deep in your being that which you will no longer accept as part of your reality. And you will simply turn away from it. You will not be in a situation where you feel you need to fix the world anymore, because you know that we are moving quickly out of it. And therefore you are allowing yourself to listen to your own light, listen to your own desires, listen to your own knowings. What is right for me? What exists for me now? And as you move through this world, listening to yourself more keenly and more powerfully, the reality that you weave for yourself as your personal reality is less and less made of the external agreement realities of what has been. And so this is our message for you today. And we hope that this has brought a comfort in remembering, comfort in knowing that you are far more than you believe yourself to be. That you are here as part of a network that is literally sharing your collective vibrancy, resonance, tonality of light to shift this world, to shift reality, to shift what it means to be human. And yes, as you are looking around at this world, what you will feel within you is the dissonance, is the difference between your own light and resonance and tone and song and that which already exists here. And you will feel the dissonance of density of all that is being left behind now. You will feel it within your being. As you move through this world, you must allow yourself to feel what you feel, because that is what is being let go of. That is what is moving through you. That is what is no longer being woven into your reality. And if you become curious of what you are feeling and the density that you feel within yourself and the emotion that you feel within yourself, then you can say, this is light. experiencing this moment of humanity. This is light within me experiencing what this emotion feels like. And the moment that you do that, the light within you, the love within you, changes the song and the tone of that which you are feeling into light itself. You are generating a new tone because of everything that you are feeling moving through you, because it is being let go of. And if you allow yourself to understand that work, you can move through these feelings, these dissonances from what already is so very quickly. Because you could even start to become amused by how light is feeling frustration, how light is witnessing grief, how light is witnessing anger, how light is witnessing a really bad day. But you will also understand and feel how light is experiencing joy, how light is experiencing nature, how light is experiencing all that is good here, all that is love here, all that is light recognizing itself through you here. And so we hope that that has been a useful conversation. And if you would like to discuss this further, we will be returning. This channel has been requested to make these communications more often, more public, more open. And so we shall be here to discuss this further. And so we thank you for your time. We thank you for your presence. We thank you for your light. And as we start to close this circle of resonance this evening, we invite you to indeed come back into your human framework. Come back into the solidity of you. Come back into this human body that you are experiencing light as for this brief period of human time. And know that you are bringing the light of you in every breath to this experience of you. And we are grateful. And for this day, we shall step back. So, welcome back into the room. How are we all doing? I'm just going to drink my tea and come back into me for a minute. If you'd like to drop me a little chat, feel free to do so. Thank you again for coming and joining me today. I feel like this is a bit of a momentous day, the first of these space gatherings. So thank you. Thank you with all of my heart from Cat for being here. So yeah, what's going to happen is in 2 weeks' time, we're going to actually do the first circle meeting. So what's going to happen in these space sessions is that I'm just literally going to get out of the way, and the crew are going to come through and give us a message for that time, for what needs to be created in the world. And I really have no idea where those messages are going to go. So sorry. And then every 2 weeks, we're going to have a circle. And the circle is we're actually going to be brought together, and the crew are actually going to work us So we're going to be held in a working environment. So we're going to bring our light together. The crew are going to guide us into some kind of light work as a collective. And then we're going to have a Q&A at the end of it. So that sounds really awesome. I'm very much looking forward to doing that. So you can sign up for that also on the same page, which was the space on the website. But that is, I really want people in there that are going to be open to doing the work. So that is a pay what you can gathering. So we are actually looking for a commitment to show up, which is why it's a pay as you can. But presence is always appreciated. So thank you, everybody. I'm really, really pleased. I had no idea how long this was going to take. I'm so glad the crew actually held me there. I could feel myself. I could feel the cough brewing. I could feel it, but they managed to settle me down there. So I'm really, really pleased. And we're probably not going to go on much longer today because my body is just not quite up to it. Just so you know, there was another energy that actually was sort of hovering, ready to come in there. So I think next time we're going to get 2 messages next time. And the one that wanted to come in is very, very powerful, but I don't think that my body was quite up to it today. So we'll do that next time. So thank you so much for coming to this gathering. I hope that you'll join me again next month if you don't join me in the working circle. And so probably for today, I'm going to just close this space with much gratitude to you for being here. Thank you so, so much. And hopefully my cold will have disappeared by the time we come back together again. So thank you so much. I will see you again very, very soon. I appreciate you all and huge love. Bye for now. Bye-bye.